I'm very excited to be here today to chat to one of the UK's biggest selling artists of 2021. He has had 3 top 10 singles this year, a #1 album, and zooming in right now, it's Tom Grennan. Hello Tom, good afternoon. How are you doing and where are you calling us from?
Right now I'm in London. I'm in my house, which I'm actually moving out of at the moment. So as you can see, I've got like all my pictures off the wall and got boxes and just everything's just all over the place. But a new start is about to happen, so I'm excited.
Am I right in thinking that you have a strange radio-themed link to your flat?
Yeah, Chris Moyles used to be my landlord. Yeah, but that was in a house before the one I'm in now. And then I'm moving out of this house again and moving into another house.
And how was Chris as a landlord?
Yeah, Chris Moyles, he's a legend. I love Chris. I haven't seen him in so long now. I miss that guy.
Now, of course, today's event is all about radio. So I want to know, we put your radio on, what station is playing?
I'm not going to lie to you. My go-to radio station in the car is definitely Magic Soul. Like I do skip and change. Like I do listen to like Radio X, Radio 1, hits I was listening to today, Capital. But my go-to is Magic Soul for sure.
When you've been skipping through your stations over the past year, I mean, the chances are that you would have hit on one of your songs. So how does that feel, hearing your music on the radio?
Yeah, to hear my song on the radio it always kind of like, it always surprises me. And it always kind of just makes me think, oh my gosh, people are listening to my songs like around England or around the world. And I'm just always honored to think that my song's on the radio, but also just, it's like hearing your song for the first time again. Do you know what I mean? You'll never like get over that feeling of hearing it on the radio. And then when you hear like the DJ kind of like say your name, you're like, oh my gosh, I've just said my name. So yeah, it's a weird feeling, but like an amazing feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I wish I knew what it felt like. It sounds like an amazing feeling. I mean, I think it's fair to say that, you know, your first album was very well received. And then over the last year and then the release of the second, your career seems to have really taken off to the next level. So how has 2021 been for you?
Amazing, life-changing. And yeah, like this record, I feel like really did connect with people in a different way. And I think because it's such an honest record and it came from such an honest place, and I really, really opened myself up on this record. And I think people could hear that and people wanted to know the story.
You are officially one of UK radio's most played artists this year and obviously seen huge success in the single and the album charts. Do you think that radio support has been a big factor in your success?
Yeah, massively. Gosh, like I feel like if I didn't have the radio support, then people like, I don't know, for example, yeah, this is where it comes from. My dad's a builder, right? And the radio is played constantly in them kind of places. So if I don't have, and then I see like, I don't know, like builders and all these different types of people coming to my shows. And I'm like, if the radio wasn't being played, then these people wouldn't like know my songs or know who I am. So radio is such a massive part of why I've done well. And it hits all sorts of different people in all sorts of different regions. And yeah, like I know for a fact, like I'm from a little hometown called Bedford, and like people love the radio there. Do you know what I mean? They love it. So all these little small towns and all these little like places that, because again, when you're living in London, people forget that there's a bigger world out there than just London. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like it's so important, and I'll always, I don't know, always be so proud that, like I say, my songs are on the radio and that the radio are still kind of interested in playing me.
Now, when you go out and you visit the stations up and down the UK, are there any stations that you really enjoy visiting?
Capital, it's always a good time in Capital, always a good time on Radio X. And the Hits guys as well, like I went and did like this crazy like day out with them and went on a yacht and played golf, and it was great. It was good.
And you did the special gig for Radio X earlier this year. I mean, was it nice to be back playing live music again?
Yeah, man, like really good. And it was just before like I went on tour and stuff like that, so it kind of gave me the practice to go in and doing shows for big crowds. So yeah, it was nice.
There are so many platforms for artists these days, you know, social media playing a really important role. But how do you go about kind of balancing the amount of attention that you give to each? And where does radio kind of sit in that mix?
Social media for me, I've got a weird relationship with it. I'm not a massive fan of it, and I'm not very good on it either. So I think for me, radio's been a massive part of why I've become successful in the past year. I mean, in the past 5 years, to be honest with you. But yeah, radio definitely sits in there.
Now, your music has been the soundtrack to several campaigns. You've got O2 and Now TV, just to name a couple. How have you found that experience? And do you think being part of brand campaigns has helped get your music out to even more people?
Yeah, of course. It's like, again, it's just another opportunity to kind of be heard. And like radio, it's like if you see and hear your voice on TV, you're like, bloody hell, this is a bit mad. So them feelings will never get old, and them feelings will never go away. So yeah, it's fun, and it always gets me buzzing. So it's good.
You have had an amazing year so far. I know that obviously a tour's on the way, but what else are you excited for in 2022?
Yeah, mate, I've started to write again. I've started to get ready for a third album. I'm not gonna be going away. I'm just gonna keep going and just making music and just trying to get to the next level now. That's what I want to do. Just keep making good music, play loads of shows, and hopefully, fingers crossed, kind of have more success and just keep the flag flying.
Tom, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you today. Congratulations on an incredible year, and of course, all the best for what's to come next.
Nice one. Peace.